Now, my grandfather, who came from Mass Hill, came out here and he rented the mountain here and started sheep farming in the late 1800s. And eventually my father took over in the 1930s or thereabouts, and I took over in the 1980s. The markings we have is generally red over the tail. We used to have red on the horns as well, but we kind of dropped that since tagging came in. But the man next door would have blue over the tail and red over the shoulders. Every farmer would have his own mark, so as you could easily identify them on the mountains, as there isn't no fencing in this area, and the sheep will mix, so you can see them from a distance. Shearing the sheep is one of the hardest jobs you have to do with them, shearing and dipping, but mostly shearing it's slow. Generally I need help. Usually one of my sons actually helps me. We run around 350 to 400 sheep on the mountains. We would shear about 60 to 70 a day because we'd have to dose them and mark them. It wouldn't be a straight shearing job. We'd have to take them out and dose them and mark them and look at them and grade them again for selling and things like that. The wool is sold to a local merchant. The mountain wool is generally used for carpets. It's not that expensive anymore. One time it was very expensive back in the 1950s and 60s, but it isn't as expensive now. It's around 45 cents a kilo. One time, a few years ago, it was only 12 cents a kilo, and the merchants didn't want it. You'd be lucky to get rid of it at that price.